Real quick, I just wanted to continue yesterday's, or man, what did I do it yesterday, day before yesterday? I do apologize, but just basically in regards to follow-up questions to an initial question that I wanted to address to kind of further what I was talking about. One thing I want to express to you is that, again, these are things that have worked for me. Again, it's through trial and error, through reading books. I'm trying to look for a book that I have. I don't think it's in here, but it's for sale. So you really got to study, again, trial and error, network, so basically, pricing point. So I had somebody asking about, she runs a photo booth business, and I do photo booth and DJ stuff, services, I should say. And the pricing point is you got to look at your market. Who are you trying to target? Who are you looking for to be your customer? Are you starting off? Do you have a lot of experience? What does your packages offer? What are your services? For example, let me give you kind of an example of what I'm talking about. Drop Top Entertainment is more for promotions. It's numerous service promotions, DJ. It's the parent company. But with those clientels are more the kind of average package and intermediate budgets. I created Only You service, Only You weddings and events and entertainment, because those are for more the fancy, elaborate clientele, the ones that are going to spend $1,000 to $1,500 easily for as a starting point for the first couple packages. And obviously those packages are higher. They offer more quality equipment, more bang for your buck, so to speak. So, a person who's just willing to look to spend $700 to $900, that's not going to be their company, and that's not the clientele I'm trying to attract with that particular company. But as far as pricing point, you want to again, look at your market. What's your market? What part of the, who are you trying to attract? Are you beginning? Are you a beginner? One of the gripes of, excuse me, I'm trying to keep up with the live feed here as well. Let me mute this so I'm not hearing both things here. But yes, there are companies out there that essentially hurt the market in the sense of offering cheap services, and it depends on who you're trying to compete with. If your product is more quality, if your product offers more experienced services and reliability, that's going to reflect on your packages and your services and your and reviews and things of that nature. So yes, you're in a way competing, but you're not, because those aren't the people who you're competing with. You're basically those aren't people who you got to worry about. People who are just don't care about quality are just going to hire anybody. So that's not really the clientele you want to attract. Secondly, you don't want to compromise and sell yourself, your hard work, your services, and your product. You don't want to compromise that just for a dollar. It's okay to say no. As I said before, every clientele isn't for you, and sometimes you can talk somebody's ear off. Essentially, again, if they're just looking at the price tag, you pay for what you get. So pointers with that is, what is the market in your area? What is your ideal clientele? What is the range? And more importantly, essentially, again, those lowballers aren't going to be in your competition. And what you're failing to do is sell. You may be having a problem with selling your product. Maybe your prices are too high for that particular market, unless you're, you got to look at what other people are offering and what makes your photo booth, your services, your business, your service unique, and why you're pricing it the way you are. You have to pay attention, but it is about supply and demand. Somebody out there who wants quality is willing to pay for quality. So again, you're not necessarily competing with low-hanging fruit or people who don't charge too much for services. I'm trying to see on my computer. Sorry if I'm not getting your guys' questions here. I do apologize. I can't really see. But anyway, secondly, as far as are you just a sole proprietor? Are you LLC? Are you not registered as an LLC? If you've never thought about that, that's something you should consider as far as being an LLC. There's numerous reasons why you should, if you are providing a services, whether you're doing it part-time or full-time, you should register as an LLC, in my opinion. There's a lot of things we can go over as far as the benefits of being an LLC in regards to protecting, just in case something happens at an event. And for some reason, if you get sued, you'll get sued under the LLC and not your personal income and property and all that good stuff. So it is beneficial to register as an LLC. Another thing that a lot of people that I do see or have not done is insurance. You got to have insurance. You got to protect your business. As I said in the first video, I lost a client because I had stuff in my contract they weren't in agreement with, and I wasn't going to compromise. I reworded a couple things, but essentially I left things in there to protect my business. If you have clients out there who want you to take certain clauses out that protect your business, I wouldn't recommend it just to get a dollar, because in the long run, if something happens in that event, that could cost you big dollars. So I would suggest registering as an LLC. Obviously, if you make a certain amount of income and you reach a certain level, then you can transition into an S corp. So there, and you should have a tax person once you start getting business and starting to gain more income and making 100 grand or up. And then also I get a lot of questions regarding employees, having employees versus independent contractors. It depends on your situation. It really does. It just depends on how much work you're giving out, if it's consistent, if it's random, or if you're double booking. But one thing I would say is, if you are hiring or getting a independent contractor, like if you're hiring a DJ to do another gig, obviously have them get their W-9 if they're going to be doing numerous events for you throughout the year, and then also make sure that they're insured, make sure that they're carrying their insurance, because if you are hiring an independent contractor, something happens, you need to cover your butt, cover your ass. So I would say easily making sure that the people that you are hiring, making sure that they also carry insurance, because when something happens and if you have a contract worked out, they're going to come after somebody. So again, it's definitely something that I would highly recommend for you to do. One thing is that we're going to be planning on doing these these classes, or I shouldn't say classes, these seminars with different business owners, to go over sales strategies, how to grow your business, how to target your audience, how to write contracts for your business, sales and closing. So if you're having trouble with not only getting clientele, but maybe you're having, how do I close? How do I get that client? How do I get them to commit? These are important things. We're going to cover networking, We're going to be covering, joining, your local chamber of commerce and all that stuff. So there's a lot of legwork you got to do if you're running a business, full-time or part-time. If you have a regular job, but if you're trying to scale it and grow it, it takes a lot of legwork. And once you grow, you obviously got to hire people to help you with the day-to-day and reaching other circles and networks and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's definitely a lot of work to do, and obviously you got to be good at trying to get tickets. And then also we're going to be doing a benefit for a friend of mine. Her daughter is going through radiation treatment for cancer. So you can donate. I can leave a link in the comments, and if you would like to donate to the GoFundMe page, it'll be down there. But we will be doing a event to help raise money to help with medical costs. You know how expensive that is. And me having a daughter, I just couldn't imagine, what that would be like. But I am looking for vendors who want to, because we're going to be doing raffles and giveaways and prizes. So you as a business, if you have a service or a product or something you want to donate that we can raffle off, that people can throw money in, and something that they would enjoy, please contact me, inbox me or call me, and we can set that up. I'm still looking for a couple venues to make this fundraising event happen. So I'm going to be doing a YouTube video soon, and then also I'll be doing other going live to go over other more business and strategies and so that's pretty much it for right now. I just wanted to check in, and I do apologize for not following through with the second part of the questions that I had the other day, but this should help you a little bit, kind of put a little things in perspective. And again, disclaimer, this is stuff that has worked for me, and it may not work for everybody, but it definitely, there is a structure to it, and that's the whole point, is having structure in your business and making sure that you give it the time and energy it needs in order for it to grow. The more, basically, the business will go as you go. If you don't give it any energy, it's not going to go anywhere. If you give it a lot of energy and time, it definitely will grow. So, all right, I love talking to you guys, and I love networking, and we'll talk soon, guys.